This is the differential product process. This is how we build great digital products. We start by framing the problem, then we shape the solution, and finally, we build and iterate. The define and de-risking phases are the strategy, and the deliver phase is the execution. We work in cycles of 8 total weeks. Strategy represents framing and shaping the work for the next cycle, culminating in a betting table meeting to decide what to work on in the next cycle. The execution work is focused on building the features that were bet on previously, and then the focus is on fixes and improvements to continue iterating. These are parallel paths that take place at the same time. At a high level, the process is about framing the problem to define and evaluate the problem we're solving, shaping the solution into a pitch document based off of a set appetite or amount of time we're willing to spend on building the solution, placing a bet of no more than 6 weeks, handing over the responsibility to the team to deliver the value, and then continuing to learn and iterate over time. Framing is about clarifying the problem we're solving, narrowing the problem down to figure out which part of the problem we're going to address, and quantifying the opportunity to make sure we know what will change and how important it is to solve the problem. This creates a viable opportunity that we can take into shaping to set the boundaries with a clear appetite and problem area, rough out the elements with sketching and other techniques like breadboarding to intentionally leave the solution rough so the team can fill in the details during development, address risks and rabbit holes that could trip the team up technically, write the formal pitch that lays out all of the elements, and then make a bet on a rough, solved, and bounded solution. And this turns into a dot on the hill, which is our conceptual model for contrasting development work in terms of figuring things out and making it happen. We start by getting one piece completely done, focusing on a small core piece that is more novel in its complexity. We group discovered tasks into independent scopes of work that we can track on the hill. Then we focus on answering unknowns and getting it over the hill. We need to know when to stop by comparing to the baseline of what we're delivering and what is there today. And finally, we're done when it's deployed. We have a live version to learn and iterate from. Heartbeats are the pulse of the product and process. They create a cadence that allows us to focus on the work while communicating the right touch points along the way. Our cycles are 8 total weeks. Each week begins with a weekly tactical to align the team and stakeholders. In the first week of the cycle, we focus on mapping scopes to make sure we're all aligned. In the second week, we focus on answering major unknowns. Subsequent weeks follow the same process with a weekly tactical at the beginning of the week. In weeks 7 and 8, we're out of feature work and focus on the betting table, retro, demo, and kickoff for the next cycle while we work on fixes and improvements. Each week, we have the weekly tactical. As needed, we have framing and shaping sessions and technical interviews. During the cooldown, we have the betting table, retro, demo, and kickoff. In week 1 of the cycle, we map scopes, and in week 2, we answer unknowns. Together, these elements are the differential product process for rapidly unlocking value for good people with meaningful ideas.